So I'm doing the experiment with Higgins, and here is the final product of it. Here is how I got it. First, I took this tennis ball and I wet it, and I put the tennis ball in this plastic bag. Then I filled the plastic bag with water. I closed it and I put the smaller one into this bigger one. Okay, and so now, and then I put it in the freezer, and now I have a tennis ball frozen in a giant ice cube. And look, I was taking off the plastic bag and it left behind these tiny, thin little shells, very fragile, thin shells of ice. And they easily break. See, look how cool this is. Just thin shells of ice, easily breakable. So now I'm going to put my experimentation to the test. Okay, he's observing it. Come on. Come on. Get it. Get this kid. Well, it will take a little bit to kind of play around with it, but it seems like, oh, he's going at it. Seems like the experiment is a success. I would recommend you try this with your dog if they like or love tennis balls like Higgins does and they like ice. I know Higgins likes ice, but for whatever reason he does like ice and lime. So this is a great experiment. I'll restate the steps. First, take a tennis ball and you're gonna wet it in the sink or anywhere, and then you're gonna take a Ziploc bag and you're gonna put the tennis ball in the Ziploc bag, and then you're gonna fill up the Ziploc bag with water. Then you may have to pour out some of the water just so it'll be easier to seal. And once you seal the bag, I would recommend putting that in a bigger bag, like a Ziploc Freezer Bag, just in case the smaller one breaks. This one has a lot more room so that it'll absorb any water or anything, so that everything in the freezer doesn't get wet. And then put that in the freezer. And I did this yesterday, and so I'm not sure how long it took to freeze, but if you leave it in there for maybe about a few hours to a day, it should be frozen and all solid. And so, yeah. Looks like the experiment is a success. This should keep your dog busy for quite a while, because they can try to get the tennis ball out of the block of ice. He's just going at it right now. Experiment success!